Maybe we'll start with Dr. An-Najah now with the welcoming speech. The floor is you, Dr. An-Najah.
Thank you, Fadia. No, on behalf of An-Najah University, I would like to welcome you all on the 5th seminar. Today we will discuss our seminar regarding empowering women through cooperatives. We invited 5 cooperatives from our partner countries, 5 countries, to learn from each other and so to see and discuss the success stories they have. باسم جامعة النجاح أنا برحب بالحضور الكرام اليوم في الجدوى الخامسة اللي راح نتحدث فيها على تمكين النساء من خلال التعاونات النسوية. احنا دعينا 5 جمعيات، الجمعيات هاي هي من 5 دول مشاركة معنا في المشروع حتى نثير النقاش ونشوف كمان شو في عندكم success stories تحكوا لنا عنها اليوم ونشوف كمان ايش المخرجات اللي ممكن نخرج منها من هذه الندوة. I would like to ask our moderator Firas, Mr. Firas, to take on behalf of me to take the floor.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmad, for the introduction, and thank you all. My name is Firas Jaber. I'm going to be the facilitator for this webinar. It's the 5th one in the series of webinars focusing on empowering women through women as cooperatives. And for me, this is very interesting topic. I always like to work around the topic of cooperatives. And within the issue of like social solidarity economy, it's one of the main clear tools for empowering the participation of people, women, of marginalized groups into the economy, and to make sure that the economy is really working for them. Cooperatives history is very long. Of course, there is some kind of debates around which started first, the issue of like private ownership or the collective ownership of lands, including the cooperatives. I tend to believe that humankind started working together for the sake of survival and for the sake of developing the economy, satisfying their needs. So for this reason, we choose to discuss the issue of cooperatives and link it to the issue of empowering women, because as we know, especially in the Arab region, the women participation in the labor force is still very low. It's around 18 to 21% only. And poverty within the families led by women is also very high. So we believe that promoting the cooperatives as a solution, as an economic solution for ensuring the participation of women in the labor force, in the economy, will create impact on the long term. And this is why we choose to bring 5 women cooperatives with great success to this webinar. Without further delay, I will just go through very quickly the agenda. Of course, after the opening remarks and my introduction, we will have cooperative from Palestine. We have a change. Musliman farm will not be able to participate today for special reasons. So we are going to have Bazaria Cooperative from Palestine, and they will be presenting about their experience, what they are doing right now. And then we'll go on with the rest of the cooperatives. We have a cooperative from Spain, cooperative from Italy, and then we'll have a coffee break, and then we'll continue with cooperative from Tunisia. And finally, we'll have a case from Jordan, and then we'll have some room for questions, answers, and some kind of recommendations and feedback, inputs from the participants. So I will introduce each cooperative individually. We will start with Murhafa Hussein. Today she will be presenting the Bazaria Cooperative from Palestine. So welcome, Murhafa. Are you with us?
Firas, I think you have to just summarize in Arabic so they understand, because I'm going to translate for Murhafa.
Sorry, Samah, translate for...
Just introduce her in Arabic, because if she's not there, I will give her a call.
مرحبا حسين من جمعية التعاونية في بازاريا. أهلا وسهلا فيكي. راح تكون اليوم معنا في ندوة حوارية حول التعاونيات وتمكين النساء من خلال التعاونيات النسوية. إذا تسمعينا بس افتح الكاميرا أو افتح الصوت لو سمحتي.
مش متأكدة إذا هي موجودة، خليني أحكي معها سريع.
Okay, just to make sure she's...
إذا بدك تروح لحدا ثاني ونرجع لها.
So we'll not wait for Murhafa. When she will join, then we'll give her the floor. Now I will go for Eva Morales Soler from Catalonia. I don't know if I spell the name of the cooperative right. She will be presenting today the experience of their cooperative in Spain. So, Eva, the floor is yours.
Sorry, hello?
Yes, Eva, the floor is yours. You will start first.
Okay, because I'm the fourth one, but you are telling me that I have to start.
You're supposed to be the second one.
Okay. Then I have a wrong program. Okay, but no.
If you are not ready, we can start with.
No, I can present. Yeah.
So Eva, you have 15 minutes to present. You know, about a cooperative.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Can I need to show because I have a presentation. If it's possible, or just by talking.
Yeah, you can present, please.
Okay. 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 Just one sec. I need to. Just one sec. Okay. Yeah, I need to. I don't know where to put this. Okay. Hello. Can you see properly?
Yes. It's very
okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much for the invitation. I come from Spain, from the cooperative called Cotidiana. We are architects, and we are a working cooperative from Seville, the south of Spain, and yeah, I'm going just to explain the point of view. I mean, how do we work, and we will also wait, because I think that cannot. I don't know where to put this. Okay. So we are architects, but we face the architect to taking care of the social or climatic emergency situation we are living. I mean, we are facing the architecture and the urbanism, taking care of that. Okay. So we understand architecture like it's important to put life in the center. I mean, to work with everyday life. Taking care of that we are independent beings. I mean, that we need each other, that we are trying to configure our life, like taking care of the community and of the care system. And also that we are eco-dependent, so I mean that we need to take care of the nature. I mean, what we build here is going to be translated or to be have a consequence also in nature, and the opposite way. The nature influence our way of life. So we face architecture taking care of the bioclimatic aspect of the inhabited space. Also strengthening and caring for our community. This so we take care of the for us it's very important observe and taking care of the daily care network in the inhabited environment. So we work like co-designing with the users, with the people who is going to live in the spaces, the architecture we design, inspired by the theory of Gaia. So we are like quite taking care of that we are part of it, no? That we are living like in a super organism. So we are we start in 2017. So it's working with the eco-social transformation of our environment, of our habitat. This is right now we are. I mean, we start 3 women. So right now we are 2 women and a colleague but we are. It's important also to say that we start in a moment where we start also being mothers. So it's quite a proposal of how our experience, and our point of view, being architects, being women, being mothers, is so the point of view we have about life, about the city is quite different, and we have like an eco-feminism position in our work. Working from the practice, the teaching and research. Christina and I, we are also teaching at the university level, and also so our practice has a really it's related to research or to innovation. Also taking care of the architectural aspect, but in combination with the scientific and with the artist. So we work in 6, we can say 6 aspects: participation, teaching and innovation, bioclimatism, sensible urbanism, or what we call sensible urbanism, architecture, and co-housing. I'm going to just show a few projects. For example, this one, we work with the Red Planea Arte y Escuela, which is a network working with innovation in education and the primary school. Relating the artist, the art into the school can transform the way we learn, and also the way we transform our school. So we have been working a few years with one school, facing this that was in pandemia in the COVID. 19, working with this school, just mapping the situation of the spaces in the inside of the school, and finally we designed with the students cellogy, like to ventilate better the spaces where the students were living. Afterwards, last year we worked just improving the outside. I mean the patio of the school. So they have been like scientific, I mean, of their patio, I mean, mapping the relationship and also mapping the temperature of the patio, of the different spaces of the patio. So this is, for example, a sensitive map of how the children used to live or to feel the patio of their school. And finally, we all together with the community, we decided to design like a little house, like a little refugee house that has been sold from everybody, from the different from the whole school. We have been like these different pieces have been done with the whole school, and finally with this this is like a co-design and co-produced little house for the outside of the school, for the children to relax. I mean, they were like willing a space where you could be like more relaxed, where we could eat, where we could you could like be like more in a more intimate space. Okay, this is from the Red Planea, Temos 98. There are different agents that are behind the stakeholders that are behind this project. Another project is this Barrios Convivenciales, which is like, translate like convivial neighborhoods facing the climatic and the social emergency. So here we're working with the Ayuntamiento de San Juan del Alfarache, with ACPP, Andalusia, and with many other stakeholders, working with the regeneration of our neighborhoods called La Cooperativa in San Juan. Understanding that that it's important to work with different scale, with the house, with the community, with the neighborhoods, and to build a new way of living the neighborhood with different actions. And I'm just going to explain a few actions, working with the theater, with the celebration, how important is to work with the celebration, eating and organizing, like cooking together, and also taking care of the memory of the neighborhoods, bringing to the nowadays the old pictures and the memories of how was that neighborhood built. Making some Jane Jacobs walks related to the putting in the women, the old women stories in the present, and also organizing other activities that community activities that will bring us a new way of how do we want to reinforce the community to actually to improve the neighbor, like more in a bioclimatic and the architectonic point of view. I mean, so we work with the community, with the architectonic point of view, and on the urban point of view, working together with the council, and different association of the neighbor. And finally, willing to transform physically, but also working with the community. So we were all the time with the architectonic and the community all together. And finally, this project, that is a co-housing project that is also working for 2 years with a community to build, to make a co-design, participated and multidisciplinary project this is the process of the community. Then finally we participate in a competition that is still we don't know how it's the solution, but we have been like proposing a way of life where the community of care and the gender perspective is very important. Working with a building with solution based on nature, and bringing a lot of aspects like more social and environmental and flexible concepts that that are behind and could be behind architecture. And just a few pictures of just like more traditional architecture project that we also make, the improvement of an outdoor space in of a school. We are working like taking the concrete out of the patio of the school and bringing more nature. So we are like with bioclimatic proposals, we are like making the patio of a school like more green, more with more nature, with more sun, and also yes, we of course we make like refurbishment and of housing, and just finally, just really to finish, this is our past. This is a project we made in the Sahrawi refugee camps. This is the House of the Women in Dakhla. This is a very important project I made personally, because so then over there we realize how important it is to have a space. I mean, the women to have a space to live for themselves. I mean, to have our own space, and also how important is the design, but hand by hand to the community, to reinforce the community. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eva, for this amazing presentation. Actually, I think there's a lot more to be said, but thank you for respecting the time. I have only one small question. What are the main challenges you faced? In the main challenges you are facing or you have faced during your course of work?
Oh, the challenge is actually to improve our environment. I mean, the housing or the living environment of the people that have an eco-feminist or eco-social background. So we work with the space, but as I said, all the time taking care of the community, space, community, and environment. So because Christina is expert in bioclimatic, and I work more in this co-design process. So we are. This is like our challenge.
I think it's amazing to see how we can integrate architect and urban planning into the development and take into consideration the priorities of the communities. It's very amazing, Eva, what you are doing, and I would like to hear more about it later. So without delay, we'll go back to Murhaf Hussein from Bazaria Cooperative in Palestine.
Mr. Firas, please, if you allow me to introduce in Arabic the company. The company كونتيديانا هي جمعية تعاونية للمهندسين المعماريين. حكت فيها انهم بيساعدوا على التحول الاجتماعي البيئي، وبقترحوا كمان انه كيف الهندسة المعمارية والعمران بتحافظ على الاستدامة، وكيف بيستغلوا المساحات وتقليل التأثير البيئي والبصمة البيئية وزيادة الرعاية من خلال البيئة. تحدثت عن بعض المشاريع ورتنا إياها إيفا، من ضمنها كيف إنه بيتعاملوا مع طلبة المدارس وبيعملوا جمعيات، يعني زي بينفذوا خدمات مع فريق بيلتزموا برعاية البيئة والناس المحيطين في المجتمع عندهم، وبعطوا أولوية كمان للعمليات البيئية والتشاركية من خلال بعض المهام والأعمال اللي بيقوموا فيها مع سواء مع طلبة أو مع المحيط اللي حواليهم.
سلام، مرحبا، كيفكم؟ شو اعمل يعني؟ شو المشكلة؟ هل في شيء بجاوب
محمد بس ممكن تسكر المايك. محمد تعمل ميوت. تفضل دكتور عماد.
كمان كيف انه هاي بتتوافق مع القيم التي بتدافع عنها من خلال التعاونيات التعاونيه اللي بيعملوها، ومن خلال المشاركه المجتمعيه اللي بيعملوها، وكيف شفنا كيف انه الهندسه المعماريه وكيف بتحافظ على المناخ الحيوي والتعايش والتصميم الحضري للمدينه اللي عرضت ايفا كمثال للمحيط اللي لبعض الامثله. تحدثت انه هي يعني جمعيه اسست في 1970 وبيشتغلوا في مجالات متعددة سواء الابتكار والتدريس والعمارة، وشفنا مثال حي كيف إنه هذه الجمعية من خلال الهندسة المعمارية والعمران بتحافظ على الاستدامة من خلال تفاعلهم مع المحيط، تفاعلهم مع الطلبة في المدارس، وتفاعلهم مع كبار السن. شكرا فيرنس. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmad, for the translation of the content of the presentation. مرحبا حسين، مسموع عندك؟
يسعد صباحكم. نعم.
طيب الكاميرا موجهة على مش عليكي، موجهة
سامعني ماهر؟
تحولي الكاميرا عليكي. تحولي الكاميرا عليكي.
يلا شوي بس.
رح تحكي بالعربي انت مرهفة صح؟
نعم بالعربي.
اوكي. طيب قبل ما تبلشي بس حولي الكاميرا عليكي.
هون كيف؟
اعكسي بس في زر
مرة بتصير يعني انا مستغرب.
مش عارف ليش عاكسة الكاميرا بس شوي.
او بتلفي الجوال عليكي. ايوه. في عندك زي كأنها شبه دائرة على الشاشة، زي سهمين جنب بعض بيكونوا، اللي هو بيحول الكاميرا من اتجاه لاتجاه ثاني.
مش راضي يتحول معي، مش عارف ليش.
اللي بيها عليكي يعني امسكيه بالعكس.
ماشي
هيك ممتاز. ايوه.
يسعد صباحكم.
اوكي بس لحظة شوي مرحبا، بس اذنك لحظة. طيب مرحبا will be speaking in Arabic about the Bazaria cooperative in Palestine, and then we'll produce some interpretation for the content of the presentation. مرحبا تفضلي.
يسعد صباحكم. معكم مرهفة حسين من قرية بزارية قضاء نابلس. بتبعد عن نابلس حوالي 17 كيلو، عن جنين 27 كيلو، عن طول كرم 15 كيلو متر. طبعا احنا متوسط 3 مدن فلسطينية. طبعا انا بدي احكي لكم عن قصة، يعني هي بعتبرها انا قصة نجاح لجمعيتنا بزارية، جمعية بزارية التعاونية للمنفعة المتبادلة. طبعا احنا بلشنا في الانتفاضة الأولى كسيدات بسبب الحصار اللي على قرية بزارية من جميع المدن. كان صعوب بالوصول لهاي المدن من الجبال، ومشقة وعناء على السيدة إنها توصل لأي مدينة من المدن لتقضية حاجاتها. فطلعنا بفكرة يعني ذاتية، إحنا نساء كنا 40 سيدة، على أساس إن نعمل يعني زي شركة، نجمع مبلغ من المال ونعمل دكان صغيرة، وتطلع وحدة إنها تجيب الاحتياجات كلياتها اللي بتحتاجها الست، من مواد تنظيف، من أدوات كهربائية، من ملابس للأطفال، من أي شيء يعني بتحتاجه الست في البيت. فطبعا يعني هاي الفكرة، فتحنا دكان صغيرة. بعدين صرنا يعني شوي من الأرباح كانت هي زي شراكة تتوزع. لما شفنا في أرباح فتحنا دكان ثانية. هذا الحكي كان بال2000 2005. عرض علينا إنه إحنا نكون مؤطرين، نشتغل بشكل منظم، يكون لنا مرجعية. فطبعا رخصنا الجمعية لدى وزارة العمل اللي هي حاليا هيئة العمل التعاوني. حصلنا على الترخيص بال2005 وبلشنا برضه ب70 سيدة. وحدنا الأسهم، كان 100 دينار لكل سهم. بعدين الحمد لله أخذنا دورات يعني كنساء، يعني كان هدفنا إنه المرأة الفلسطينية إنها تعتمد على ذاتها، إنها تزيد في دخل الأسرة، إنها ما يعني تحتاج يعني لحد ثاني، يعني إنه بدون أي تعب ولا أي جهد تعمله إنها يعني تتلقى مساعدات. هذا الإشي إحنا كنا رافضينه كلياته ذاتي، ما تلقيناش أي مساعدة مالية من أي جهة، إلا إنه بس تلقينا إنه من عدة مؤسسات. وكمان أكثر إشي يعني اهتم فينا هو المركز الفلسطيني للتنمية الاقتصادية والاجتماعية الIESS، كان داعمنا في يعني كيف في أثاث، في كاميرات مراقبة، في برنامج المحاسبة دعمنا فيه، مع دورات للسيدات أخذنا دورات، يعني في منا إحنا بس يعني مخلصات توجيه، في منهن ما حتى ما خلصن، يعني إلا إنه الدورات اللي أخذنها يعني صار عندهن خبرة في المحاسبة زي محاسبين. فالحمد لله يعني اعتمدنا على ذاتنا وطورنا برضو المحلين على محل زي مول مصغر، صار عندنا حوالي مساحة 300 متر. كمان صار عندنا مشروع نحل، مشروع صالة أفراح، نمتلك حوالي 9 دونمات أرض، يعني كلياته ذاتي. لم نتلقى أي مساعدة مالية من أي جهة رسمية، يعني من أي جهة ولا من الNGOs حتى يعني. فالحمد لله يعني حاليا عندنا 8 موظفات برواتب يعني ضمن القانون. كمان عندنا نعطي دورات للسيدات برضه إذا بدها تعمل مشاريع صغيرة خاصة فيها، زي السيراميك، زي النسيج، زي مثلا حتى يعني في دورات إسعاف أولي، كان متطوعات، يعني عندنا 11 متطوعة في الهلال الأحمر الفلسطيني، إلنا يعني أنا من ضمنهم إلنا 11 سنة يعني. وعدة دورات برضو مثل الأعمال اليدوية، التصنيع الغذائي، وكلياته فيه يعني سيدات برضو تلقين عن طريق يعني مشاريع جلبناها جبنا 35 بئر منزلي مثلا عن طريق وزارة الزراعة، كان في تنسيق مع يعني مؤسسات أخرى. عملنا برضو مشاريع حمامات لسيدات ومعتاشات يعني من وراء هذا المشروع الصغير. في سيدات برضو حقق النجاح في إنها عملت مشروع أغنام، حوالي 50 رأس غنم من 4 يعني رؤوس غنم، صار عندها مشروع كبير، والمشروع لأولادها طبعا هي بتربي أيتام 2، وما شاء الله يعني جوزت أولادها، كانوا صغار وجوزت أولادها وبنات لهم من هذا المشروع. تفضل.
طيب
سؤال.
بتحبي أترجم على السريع الأشياء اللي حكيتيها؟
عادي.
Okay, so I'm going to give a summary about the cooperative of women in Bizaria. Bizaria is a village based between 3 cities in the West Bank, Nablus, Jenin, and Tulkarem. They started in 2000 when the closure was imposed by the Israeli occupation around the cities and village in the West Bank. And then because of this closure around, the women found there is a need to have a shop in the village, and then they decide to work all together to contribute with money. They were 40 women to have a place and to open a shop, and one of them was responsible to go and bring products to sell for the village. And then this shop was kind of a solution for them instead of traveling and facing all the closure and the difficulties of road for the village. And then these women start to gain some money, and then they extended their shop, and it became a big shop, and they bought another one. 2005, they decided to register this cooperative with the Ministry of Work, and then now it's the Union of Cooperatives in Palestine. And then now they become 70 women, and they decide that they have kind of a stock. Each one have to pay a specific amount of money, and then they start to extend their shop. It's now around 300 meters. It's like a small mall in the village, and then they have some lands that they have more women who become involved, and then they start to provide kind of training courses for women in accounting and marketing and different issues, and then these women start to have other projects, like to have a place for bees and honey, to produce bees and honeys. They have sheeps, and they have other training for women, like handcraft and other things. So now these women are kind of working all together, and they try to support each other to keep their cooperatives, and the number of women are increased, and their incomes are increased, and many things changed in these women's lives. Many of them, they were volunteering with some organization. They start to support each other differently.
حبيت أحكي إحنا صرنا الآن 112 سيدة.
So now they are around 112 women involved in this cooperative.
جميعها سيدات.
And all of them are women. And the thing that most of them, they are uneducated. They finished at least high school, but with the support of each other, now they have their work and their income and everything. And I think Murhafa is one of the women who was running for the election in her village council.
كمان جمعيتنا أخذت الجائزة الأولى على مستوى آسيا في التعاونيات.
And their cooperatives won the first as the best cooperative in Asia. So I think, yeah, that's all. Unless it's the last one to ask anything.
منعفة، بس كيف انتم منظمين بعض 112 سيدة؟ يعني هل في انتخابات؟
نعم، بصير عندنا انتخابات كل سنتين. طبعا برضو عندنا نظام أرباحنا بتتراوح من 50,000 شيكل ل 70,000 شيكل، تتوزع حسب حجم التعامل. كيف انت بتشتري من الجمعية كيف لك أرباح. وطبعا في نسبة على الأسهم، نسبة على التعامل، وبتتوزع، ونسبة على التوفير. في عنا توفير كمان، يعني صندوق توفير بنعطي قروض بدون فوائد ربوية.
طيب شكرا مرحبا. حابة تضيفي تاني ولا هيك تمام؟
لا شكرا لكم.
فرصة سعيدة. لخص السؤال عشان أنا شوي ما كانش في مجال أسمع.
So my question was about how they organize themselves, since they are 112 ladies. So they have election every 2 years for the board of directors, and they have 3 levels of distribution the profits. One is the shareholders, basically, and second is the transactions or the exchange of basically consuming from the cooperative. And third is they having some kind of fund giving zero loans with zero interest rate. So and they annually distribute the profit based on those 3 levels basically. And Murhafa is the chairperson for this cooperative. So we will not taking any more questions now. We'll like delay it until the section of questions. Now we are going to Quid Social Cooperative from Italy. We have Vanessa. She's going to present. I'm sorry, I'm spelling wrong.
No.
Okay, go ahead, please. You have 15 minutes.
Thank you very much. First of all, hello, good morning. Very nice to meet you, and thanks for giving me this opportunity to present to you QUID and what we do every day. So we are, as already mentioned, a women-led social enterprise that was founded in 2013. With its own made in Italy ethical fashion brand, which is called Progetto QUID. And we are designing, producing, and distributing fashion collection, which are made from top quality surplus fabrics with one goal. And the goal is to offer new career possibilities. So not a second chance, but really the best opportunity to those most at risk of marginalization and labor discrimination in Italy, with a special focus on women, which are unfortunately transversely discriminated against in the labor market, and particularly in the post-pandemic period. So today in QUID we are 144 employees. 84% are women, and 61% have a history of employment fragility. How do we do what we do? So thanks to also a growing network of fabric suppliers, we managed to test alternative supply chain model to reduce also the fashion industry's impact on the environment. So as a social cooperative, our goal is also to foster social innovation, which is a unique kind of innovation because it's less about labs and more about people, less about engineering and more about engineering alternative business models. So innovation improves the way society lives, but social innovation is improving self-worth, inclusivity, participation. So it's empowering people, which is a key factor for deep human growth and sustainable development. So for us, fragile is not a synonym for broken, but it's a synonym for something that needs the right amount of space, time, care, and effort to flourish. So if we together plan taking into account fragility in any field, we plan for a more inclusive and sustainable world, and we empower and enhance our own individuality and uniqueness. So this is the vision actually that informed QUID from the very beginning. So the intersection of two fragile spots in the local ecosystem, resulting in an innovative and financially sustainable business model. So we got a solution combining two problems that concern women: female unemployment and the lack of sustainability in the Italian fashion system, which is an industry that employs a lot of women and whose main customers are women. So the unemployment, women unemployment is for us a target in a certain sense, because disadvantaged women are discriminated twice, because they're women and because they face stigma. So our women-led brand transforms made in Italy textile surplus in beautiful, accessible fashion, while offering concrete long-term employment opportunities to women who will struggle on the Italian market. So we are changing at rest of the time the way disadvantaged women work, live, and socialize, the way fashion companies perceive sustainability, and the way Italians dress. So we try to do this in a unique way. So we transform problems into opportunities and made space and time for fragility to blossom, creating an hybrid business model that combines the best of the for-profit and non-profit worlds, and has its real roots in one of the Italian field of excellence, which is fashion. And most importantly, unlike other brands, we are really fully committed to our social goal, which is empowering women who are experiencing social exclusion and discrimination, working towards a more inclusive society in a country where also I think political instabilities generates discrimination. So we turned on its feet the standard fast fashion for-profit model and created something different, financially sustainable, that can catalyze this environmental and social good practice in Italian fashion. And at the same time, we try to change the usual dynamic of not-for-profit organization and shatter the stereotypes of what social fashion is about. So this hybrid model is, of course, is built on a collaborative mix of innovation and tradition, profit and non-profit, and it has shown potential for economic growth and social and environmental impact. So the core of our impact, however, is the empowerment of disadvantaged women through fair and sustainable work, because work makes independent and it's the first step towards emancipation. We successfully employed women through time, and many have physical or mental disabilities. Some are at risk of marginalization because of their past as drug addicts or inmates. Some are human trafficking survivors. So according to Italian law, only some of them are disadvantaged, but for us, they are all fragile. So we create space and time for them to flourish, to become independent, to support their family, becoming breadwinners, cultivating their talent, and the opportunity to have a second chance and to create a professional career. So by empowering these women, we empower society, we make it more inclusive and more resilient, because more open to human fragility, and turning fragility into strength is not only our vision and our mission as a company, but it's also I think it's my vision, so it's very personal, and it's a vision that all I think social entrepreneurs can share. It's our future. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. It's really amazing to hear this experience. I would also love to hear more. It's a really great one. So, Dr. An-Najah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, فانيسا. فانيسا هي مؤسسة مجتمعية تأسست في إيطاليا، وهي مسرورة جدا إنها تتحدث معنا اليوم وتشارك معنا في الندوة. طبعا هي المؤسسة تأسست بال 2013 في إيطاليا. تعمل المؤسسة على تصميم وإنتاج وتوزيع مجموعات من صناعات الأزياء بيستخدموا فيها الملابس والأقمشة الفائضة عن حاجة الناس. يعني هاي هي المؤسسة بتاخذ الملابس من الفائضة من العائلات المختلفة وبتحاول إنها تعيد تصنيعها. بتركز المؤسسة على النساء اللي بيتعرضوا للتهميش والتميز في العمل في إيطاليا. بتحكي إنه خصوصا في فترة الوباء، يعني ركزوا على فترة الوباء وما بعد الوباء. عندهم هلا تقريبا 144 شخص، يعني من الفئة النسوية بيعملوا في المؤسسة. 61% من ال 144 بتحكي إنه عندهم تاريخ سيء في التوظيف. كمان عندهم شبكة من الموردي الملابس القديمة، وهذا طبعا بيحافظ على البيئة. وبتحاول المؤسسة زيادة الابتكار والتركيز على النساء المهمشات اللي بيحاولوا انهم يستغلوا من خلالهم الأقمشة الفائضة او البضاعة اللي بيتم التبرع فيها من المحلات في إيطاليا. وكذلك المؤسسة كمان في إمكانية عندها لشراء أيضا بعض الملابس القديمة أو بعض الملابس اللي بتكون بأسعار منخفضة من شركات إيطالية حتى يعيدوا تصنيعها. رسالة الشركة هي زيادة الابتكار من خلال بناء نموذج مالي مستقر، تسعى لتشغيل أكبر عدد من النساء، وخصوصا بيتم التركيز على النساء اللي بيعانين من مشاكل في العمل. حكت إنه بيركزوا على الأزياء من خلال زيادة تمكين النساء من خلال العمل على إعادة تصنيع الملابس، وهذا طبعا بيعود على المجتمع بفوائد كثيرة وبيحافظ على البيئة. هذا ملخص ما تم الحديث عنه من قبل فانيسا. شكرا فراس.
شكرا دكتور عماد، شكرا. Thank you for the interpretation. So we'll move on. Now we have Leila Kamar, cooperative from Tunisia, and Miss Leila will be presenting. معنا تعاونية ليلى قمر من تونس. تفضلي حتى نعرض معك ربع ساعة ست ليلى. ليلى معنا؟
Maybe Arij can contact her.
She has joined the webinar. ليلى معنا تسمع فينا؟ مدام ليلى تسمع فينا؟
طيب.
She's connected but I think she's not hearing us.
Okay.
I'm gonna check with her.
نسمع فيكم. السلام عليكم. عايشة. السلام عليكم.
عايشك.
سهلا. أنا ليلى مستوري، رئيس تعاونية.
أنت ميوت. لا، شغل الصوت لو سمحتي والكاميرا.
البيولوجية من البذور المحلية القديمة والنباتات الطبية والعطرية.
بس بهمش تعيدي لأنه ما سمعناش، كان الصوت مش واضح.
نعاود. أنا ليلى مستوري، رئيس التعاونية المركزية للأقمار البية. تسمع فيا؟ ألو؟
أسمع فيك.
مسموع ست ليلى.
نحن تعاونية نسائية اسمها للأقمار البية، نعمل في مجالين أساسيين، هو تحويل المنتوجات الغذائية من أصل البذور المحلية مثل القمح المحمودي، ونعمل في مجال النباتات الطبية والعطرية. لنا 200 منخرطة من النساء.
صوت ذهب.
نعم.
تفضلي عودي.
نعم.
كملي.
نعمل إذن، ولنا مجموعة من النساء فيها التعاونية تعمل. عملنا منذ مدة 8 سنوات لتكثيف الزراعات وخاصة البذور المحلية خصوصا القمح. والآن يعني أيضا الفلاحات التي معنا في التعاونية لهم حيازات بين هكتار 2-3 هكتار، يعني ليست حيازات كبيرة. وعملنا على تطوير المنتوج لديهن خاصة في القمح المحمودي، لأنه نعتبروه بذورنا هذه أخذناها من بنك الجينات وعملنا على إكثارها. وثم قمنا بإنجاز وحدة لتحويل الكسكسي والبرغل. واحدة لتحويل الكسكسي والبرغل، وكانت أول تجربة لنا أثناء هي تصدير هذا المنتوج إلى خارج تونس. وأيضا نبيع منتوجاتنا في السوق المحلية التونسية، ونحن ما زلنا في بداية طريقنا. يعني الآن رسميا نحن لنا 3 سنوات، وأيضا نعمل في مجال النباتات الطبية والعطرية، ومجال تربية الدجاج الضيعة وتربية النحل. هذا بصفة عامة ما تقوم به التعاونية في تونس، ونعمل في كافة ولايات الجمهورية.
شو التحديات اللي واجهتوها أو الصعوبات؟ ما هي التحديات أو الصعوبات؟
حقيقة التحديات الموجودة الآن هو التغييرات المناخية اللي أثرت تأثير كبير على الفلاحين. ورغم أن البذور المحلية أكثر بذور هي متأقلمة مع التغييرات المناخية، ولكن المردود ضعيف جدا. يعني خاصة مع التغييرات المناخية هنالك مشاكل كثيرة جدا، ونعمل على إكثار البذور بطريقة أخرى، أو نحاول أن نجد طرق أفضل لمنتوج أفضل. هذه أهم التحديات هي التغييرات المناخية. أيضا ممكن يعني التعاونية وجدت لنستطيع أن نحل بعض مشاكل المزارعين.
الصوت ذهب. الصوت تفضلي.
فالتعاونية توفر بعض مستلزمات الإنتاج لمنخرطيها، ولكن دائما فما صعوبة في أخذ القروض من البنوك إلى حد الآن. وإن شاء الله يا ربي في المستقبل تكون فما حل مع بنك التونسي للتضامن، يمكن فما إمكانية لتمويل التعاضديات والمجامع المهنية. بالنسبة لنا في المستقبل يعني نرغب أيضا في إنجاز الحدائق العائلية عند الأسر، لأنه الإمكانيات أصبحت يعني الكلفة بالنسبة لهم أصبحت صعبة، والحياة بصفة عامة أصبحت صعبة عليهم. فسنقوم بالحدائق العائلية التي ستكون بها الخضر للاكتفاء الذاتي، وبيع ما هو فائض للتعاونية لتسويقه على المستوى المحلي أو الجهوي. هذا برنامجنا، وهذا التحدي متاعنا في أمام التغييرات المناخية، وأمام أيضا الأثمان الباهظة جدا لكل المنتوجات، خاصة كون نحن المنخرطين في التعاونية هم صغار الفلاحين، ليسوا الفلاحات الصغار، يعني فلاحات صغيرات اللي عندها حيازة صغيرة.
المقصود في الحيازة الصغيرة 3-4 هكتار صحيح؟
لا، هكتار حتى أقل من هكتار.
للتوضيح بس الهكتار هو تقريبا 10 دنم.
10,000 متر مربع، ولكن نحن نقول أقل، يعني حتى 2000-3000 متر كي تستطيع أن تعيل عائلة كاملة. يعني الحقيقة الوضع الاجتماعي والاقتصادي صعب جدا في هذه الظروف، فسنحاول العمل على الحيازات الصغيرة جدا أيضا لنشتغل عليه، خاصة على مستوى الحدائق العائلية وتربية الدجاج الضيعة وتربية النحل إن شاء الله.
شكرا ست ليلى، بالفعل تجربة رائعة وغنية وتركز بالفعل على فئة مهمة جدا. طيب سماح، معك المايك.
So this cooperation is a place where a group of women are working together to transform the local seeds and to replant them again. And also they are focusing on medical plants. They are around 200 women. They started 8 years ago to start to work together to encourage the local agriculture and especially wheat. They have around 3 hectares. They worked to develop the product of wheat, and they took these seeds from the genes bank, where they produce this kind of seeds. They succeed to transform the wheat to their to the couscous and the burgol, and then they start to import it to outside of Tunisia. They are also working on plants, and they have chicken farms, and they have bees. They are working in all around Tunisia now. They have some challenges regarding the climate change and its influence on the farmers, and but luckily the seeds they are using, it's kind of can deal with the weather and the environment. Sometimes they have difficulties to provide the needs for the farmers, and there is difficulties to take loans. And now they are working to encourage the family farms regarding the high prices in the life. They become very expensive, and then they start to encourage families to plant in their own family farms. They are talking about small ownership, less than a hectare. Yeah, so they are working now for 8 years in this kind of cooperatives. So yeah, I think I summarized it quickly.
Yeah, did you include the chicken?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. So thank you, Samah, for the translation of the content. Now we will move on to the last cooperative for today, High Taste Cooperative Association for Women, case from Jordan. Miss حرية will be presenting. أهلا وسهلا حرية في الويبينار.